MPN fans, it's Meagan Kusek, and welcome to another episode of MPN Power Players. We're here at the 2023 AIMExpo, and it's fitting because today we're continuing our special 20 under 40 Power Players series. Our guest today is Gabriel Cruz, the marketing director at Segway Powersports. Gabe, it's so good to see you, and thank you so much for coming by to speak with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you inviting me on.
All right. So now when people hear Segway, they probably think about those, upright two-wheel scooters that you kind of saw everyone, riding in big city group tours back in the day. But are you, as a marketing director, trying to disassociate people's minds from that in the industry now? Like, what power sports options do you offer at Segway?
Sure. So, I would say I'm not necessarily trying to disassociate the Segway name with that product, because that product is the very reason why the Segway brand has the mass appeal that it does, right? I think for us, it gives us an advantage coming into the power sports market because the brand already has so much mass appeal, behind it. So, now it's just an opportunity for us as the Segway brand to try to penetrate the market and introduce, the vehicles that we're offering to the off-road community. And right now, we have the Fugleman, which is our utility vehicle, and then we just released our Villain, which is our sports side-by-side.
Okay. So now, before we, get into the specifics of those vehicles,
Sure.
just, for our viewers who aren't familiar with you, can you maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the industry?
Sure. So I'll take it a little step further. I've been doing marketing for about 12 years now, and it was really just by chance that I stumbled into the power sports industry. I had some buddies that were already working in the power sports industry, and I had been interviewing with a few companies, and I had met with a company who was still early on in their journey. It was an OEM, and they were looking for someone to come in and do graphic design, and that was a skill set that I had. So I was able to get in there and make the best opportunity and really, use my skill set to my advantage to, be able to, take on graphic design, start traveling, doing photo shoots, video shoots, and really, trying to grow my craft and really grow my experience in the industry.
Okay. Very good. So now, going back to Segway here, you guys kicked off 2023 in like a really strong way here. And obviously the biggest news from you guys is the introduction of your new Villain Sports side-by-side.
Sure.
So that's rolling into the dealership floors as we speak. But I think what really speaks to that is that it was sold out within 2 months, or its pre-orders were sold out within 2 months. How did you guys react to that?
We were, we're pleasantly surprised. We knew bringing the product into the market, again, post-COVID, it was, the industry is starting to change a little bit, and so is the economy. So, we kind of had an idea of what we wanted to do, but we just weren't sure how it was going to play out. But, it worked in our favor, and, we're excited, with the market acceptance that we got with the product, and we're just ecstatic to see it roll onto the showroom floors.
Okay, so then what would you say is your favorite part about working in your current role, but also in the power sports industry in general?
Sure. I would say, for me, the thing that I appreciate the most is just being able to experience things like this, being able to travel, being able to, go to different trade shows, being able to, go to photo shoots all over, the country, but also be able to visit other countries as well as, we develop product and introduce, other arms of distribution, and just being able to just grow, both in my field and in my career by being able to interact with so many people.
Right, and just so many different parts of the business too, because like here today at AIMExpo, you guys are featuring a Villain in
Sure.
the Aturo tire booth, and so there again, bringing together two different parts of the power sports industry. Love to see it.
Sure. For me, I think I always look at, I'm always trying to connect dots as I'm working through different projects, and when Arturo Tires, approached us, I thought it was a perfect opportunity, for us to be able to get, the presence on the showroom floor and be able to work with you guys, be able to connect those dots, get some content made and really just continue to push the momentum forward with the products and the brand and the powersports industry.
Absolutely. So now we come to the ever important question: do you ride?
I do. I've been grateful enough, to visit, parks all over the country and ride. Right now, personally, working at Segway, I do have the benefits of having, access to the vehicles. So I do have a villain that I've been test driving. I've been, we'll call it some R&D, some research and development on the weekends. So that has been fun. And then, like most other people, I'm also intrigued with, with the e-bikes. Mm-hmm. So recently I did get me an e-bike. I got a Super 73 that I've been tinkering around with in my free time, trying to customize it and build it out. That's something that intrigues me. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, there are definite perks to being in the power sports industry. We get to do some R&D on those vehicles as well.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So now, do you have a fun kind of story from your time in the power sports industry that you'd like to share?
I have two stories that I like to share. One of them is just, from my career in general, and then one is related to the power sports. In my career, I've been doing marketing for about 12 years. And I, started learning my craft at an early age. Right out of high school, I started tinkering around with graphic design. And, one story that I would like to tell is just always being prepared for an opportunity. When I was 22, I was working in a mailroom at a major university. And I was checking in packages. And I'm servicing kids that are around my same age. And the executive team of the company that I was working for at the time was coming through the mailroom, and they were talking about an opportunity that they were working on with the university to build a web platform that would allow the staff in the university to order print products online. And they're having this conversation behind me as I'm checking in products, or as I'm checking in packages. And so I just happened to lean over and say, hey, who's going to be designing that, who's going to be working on that? And they hadn't thought that far yet. So, I took the opportunity, knowing graphic design, I challenged them and I asked them, hey, I think I can do it.
Awesome.
Let me design that. And if you like it, I want to consume that role.
Yeah.
And so they let me do it. During my free time, I would pull up my laptop and I would go and I would, start designing the website. And then, over the case of a few weeks, we presented the website to the university. They loved it. And then from there, that's kind of where, my professional career, was born in marketing.
Awesome.
But in the power sports industry in particular, about 6 years ago, I was fresh into the industry, and I was in the industry, on the job for maybe 2 weeks. And I was approached about doing a photo shoot in Moab. And at the time, we had spoken to our VP of marketing about doing this photo shoot. And this was kind of a new concept to them, shooting photos, getting content on our own. And he looked at us and said, the budget is $2,000. So I said, okay, let's see what damage we could do with $2,000. After doing some research, because the trip was only a week away, we discovered that my flight alone was going to be $950.
Yikes.
So that's 50% of the budget.
Yeah.
So, I had a meeting with the team that was going to be going, and we kind of, went through all the expenses, and there was no way $2,000 was going to work if we wanted to stay in a hotel. So we approached the VP and said, hey, you know what? Based on the research we saw, $2,000, it just isn't going to cut it. And the response we got was, hey, if you want to make this happen, the $2,000 is what you got to work with. So, a week later, I was on a flight. I was in Moab, and for the next few days, the goal was there. The goal there was to get content, do photos, do videos. And for the next few days, we were sleeping in the trailer in about 30-degree weather with nothing but the clothes on our backs in order to be able to create this content and get the footage that we knew, that we needed in order to, push the products forward.
Well, props to you for being able to do that, because that's, that's intense. And especially being new to the industry,
Sure.
Man, what a dive.
Sure. Well, I think it speaks to that, in this industry, it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of hard work and effort and time, goes into, building these brands, pushing the product to the next level and really try to get, the product in front of the masses. So it really, it really takes that effort to really try to push things to the next level.
Okay, so you basically like jumped in knee deep when you were new to the industry.
Sure.
What, advice would you give to other people who are perhaps new to power sports or looking to get into the market?
Sure. I would say, speaking to my field directly, in the field of marketing, I would say, just try to stay consistent, right? You don't necessarily always know, if what you're doing is working until it's working.
Mm-hmm.
So that just comes with consistency and the continued effort to ensure that, that you're pushing the boundaries and you're really trying to, continue to propel, the product and these brands to the next level. And then when you get to that next level, don't get comfortable, because there's always another level to achieve.
Right.
And that's the goal, is just to continue to, be as effective as you can, right? And really try to, in this industry, it's a small niche industry, right? Everyone knows everybody. Yes. So, in this industry, it feels like the people who are working in it, they're here to leave a legacy, whether they mean to or not. But that is what's coming from your work, right? As you continue to work through it, you're working to, leave a legacy in this industry, and, just stay consistent and just continue to work hard. And when you think things aren't going right, just wait like 2 more days, and I promise you'll see that it is going right.
Nice. Well said. I like that. All right. So now, what are you looking forward to personally, professionally, or even industry-wide in the next few years?
I would say, personally, I'm excited about the product that we have coming down, the pipeline with Segway Powersports. I'm excited for the opportunity to be working with Segway, and I'm excited to be, just so in tune with a product that is really, intertwined with technology and delivering a next level experience in the off-road industry. So, with that, I'm super excited to be, involved with that, and just, I'm just excited to see what the industry throws at me. I'm just excited to see how things evolve, with social and, with AI playing a big part, just in the world of marketing, but also just consumer behavior. I'm just interested to see how that plays into the power sports industry as well.
Right. Yeah. Technology, I think, is going to be a key part of how the power sports industry evolves over the next few years.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we're seeing it now, we're seeing it, I would say, on social now more than ever, right? If you're hands-on with social media, whether you notice it or not, the AI is giving you a lot of decisions. It's telling you which songs are popular. It's telling you how to transition, how to transition your content to work with that media. And it's already, it's giving it to you. It's packaging it up for you. All you got to do is just go in and place your content. So it's already, it's banging at the back door right now as we speak.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Power Players. And be sure to check out Segway Powersports, including MPN's recent review of the Fugleman UT10X, which you can find on our website, YouTube channel, and other social media channels. Stay tuned for more motorcycle and power sports news, and we'll see you next time.